Salesforce Oakland user group, and joining me is as a co-host is.
This is Sybil Carter Love. Good morning, everyone. I'm actually the co-founder of Oakland Salesforce Saturday and the leader of Women Technology in Oakland to the tech group. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so
Welcome,
happy to see
welcome.
everyone.
Definitely. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen here so we can get started. All right, and then should be able to see my screen. And then again, Michael Arias. I actually currently work as a CRM product manager, managing Salesforce enhancements for an insurance company headquartered here in Oakland, California. And Sybil, what are you up to these days?
Right now, I'm associate director working with a local college, and I'm actually helping with the Salesforce instance. So it's been an exciting journey. So thank you.
Great. Yeah, and so this is our first event, so please bear with us if there are any technical difficulties, logistical challenges, or any tongue twister flubs from me especially. So we do have some housekeeping items. So we are using the Zoom webinar format, so everyone will be on mute except for our speakers and panelists. We'll also have chat function turned on, so please be respectful. We will be monitoring the forums. And then if you have any specific questions, you can use the Q&A feature. And then we will be recording and making the summit and making them available for later viewing. And then for our swag and vouchers, we got some good ones, right? Right, Sybil?
We do. We have lots of swags and vouchers.
Yeah,
It's
so you must
amazing.
be present to win, right? So
Must be
hopefully,
present.
yep. And so hopefully you can stay throughout the entire session events. All right. Now moving along to our agenda, we have here's a high-level overview of today's summit. Wonderful lineup of speakers, a couple of drawings in between, and then we'll wrap up with a closing keynote and final drawing. Okay, I'll go ahead and leave this slide up for a bit, but so just to give you guys, everyone, a background about Oaktown Dreamin'. Salesforce community events are not run, for those new to the Salesforce ecosystem, these are not run by Salesforce or their employees like how Dreamforce or Trailhead DX are, but these events are by the Salesforce community for the Salesforce community. And for those outside of the San Francisco Bay Area, Oaktown, if you haven't figured it out, is a nickname for Oakland. And we also have another nickname for Oakland as well, right, Sybil?
Yes, it's called the town,
The town, right. And then there's San Francisco,
which is called the city.
the city. And then sometimes, we'll also call San Francisco Bay Area the Bay or the Yay area, right?
Bay Area.
Yep. Okay. Now, the reason why we decided on Oaktown Dreamin' as a name is we were going to originally wanted to have a more local feel for what was going to be an in-person event. Until COVID-19 hit, and then we had to pivot to a virtual conference. So, and then also a little bit about again, background behind Oaktown Dreamin'. Last summer, I was teaching. I was teaching at a organization called a nonprofit called Climb Higher, as an HIRE, climbhigher.co, and I was also volunteering at another nonprofit called JVS.org, and it really inspired me to want to give back and to do more for my students and to really scale up efforts for the community. And to do that, we wanted to have this event. And we do have a dream team that we have that helped really bring everything together. I'd like to thank them and acknowledge them as well. So we have AJ Amaro Diaz. He was our finance lead. Cynthia Hill, co-leader of Oakland Salesforce Saturdays. You'll hear a little bit from her later on during the fireside chat. Then we have Jen Vo, co-leader of the Salesforce Sunnyvale Women in Tech Group, was our marketing lead and also set up the swag store. So if you get a chance, go ahead and pick up some swag in our store. We also have Jody Wagner. She's another Salesforce MVP, co-leader with Jen Vo, the Sunnyvale Women in Tech Group. Then there's me. Then there's Siobhan Baker. She's COO and founder of Corporate Concierge Group. She helped with some of the speakers that we have today. Stephen Hahn, sales systems architect, was scouting out a lot of physical locations when we were going to have an in-person event, and helping out with some of the logistics there. One of those technical tongue twister flubs I had. Then there's Sybil Carter Love. co-host, again, leader of Salesforce Oakland Women in Tech Group and co-founder of Oakland Salesforce Saturdays. And then Tammy Lau, Salesforce MVP, co-leader with me of the Salesforce Oakland User Group, was our tech lead, and she's doing a lot of the Zoom behind the scenes stuff that we have right now. And then I'd also like to really thank some of our early supporters. We have Megan Hyman, Salesforce MVP and founder of BrightStep Partners, will really help refine some of the vision for Oaktown Dream with some early conversations I had with her. Marissa Lopez, another Salesforce MVP. She also volunteers as president for the nonprofit Amplify. And I think, Sybil, you've done some volunteer work with Amplify too, right?
I have, and did the breakfast last year, check-in, and also recently Amplify Voices, Black Voices also.
Yes, yeah. So if you're interested getting involved, check out weareamplify.org. And then we also have Charlie Isaacs, CTO of Customer Connection at Salesforce, really an early advocate and supporter of Oaktown Dreamin' behind the scenes at Salesforce. And then last but not least, Kendall Odom, program manager for the Salesforce Trailblazer community team, help get with all the internal processes going on at Salesforce, help get Oaktown Dreamin' off the ground. Now, besides our dream team and you, the community, and none of this would be possible without the financial support of our sponsors. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to highlight some of our sponsors as well. Our first founding sponsor is Get Feedback by SurveyMonkey. Tap into the voice of your customer. Great customer experiences start with real-time feedback. Send surveys that make it easy for your customers to tell you how they feel about every interaction from sale to service, to identify gaps and exceed customer expectations. Another one of our founding sponsors is
OwnBackup. OwnBackup accelerates business growth through automatic and complete Salesforce data protection. With OwnBackup data protection, your organization can avoid the actual unexpected detours along with digital transformation journey. Mike, you want to play that video?
Yeah, let's see if we can get the video working here. We've got a short video from them.
Salesforce data loss can happen to anyone.
Protection is a no-brainer for our customers.
Salesforce even recommends a partner backup solution.
OwnBackup.
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 Over 20 years of data protection experience.
200 plus 5-star reviews.
Minutes to set up.
Unlimited storage.
I've never seen anything like it.
Unlimited retention.
Our customer service is award-winning.
I don't know how they're doing all that, but I'm glad they are.
Come see for yourself.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, I got myself a new jam going there.
Yes.
Some good music there. All right, let's go ahead and go back to the presentation. And we do also have a couple of event sponsors as well. We have Left Propeller. They're a Salesforce consulting firm. Left Propeller helps nonprofits and small businesses implement and leverage the power of Salesforce.com's cloud technology to deepen relationships, increase donations, sales, and streamline operations. Check them out at leftpropeller.com. And then you want to go ahead and do Proton Text, Sybil?
Sure. And Proton Text actually is a boost team productivity and CSAT to one-to-one messaging with the automated and bulk SMS messaging. Proton Text is an SMS, MMS text solution with seamless integration to Salesforce objects. And I've also done some work with Proton Text. Awesome. Pat McKillen, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, check them out at protontext.com. Yeah, so Pat McClellan, he definitely is a big supporter of the community. So if you had a chance to check out one of his demos, it's really slick in terms of being able to send text messages to your customers from within Salesforce. All right, and then we also have the Salesforce and Trailblazer community. If you haven't already, join the Trailblazer community on the fun path to success with Salesforce. They welcome all. I mean, they let me in, right? Connect with your fellow Trailblazers by collaborating online, joining community groups like Salesforce Oakland Women in Tech or Salesforce Oakland User Group, and learn from amazing community leaders like Sybil and then step up, yes. And step up. Want you out there to step up to inspire the next generation. All right. So, again, thank you to all of our sponsors. We do have a few minutes before our opening keynote. So, Sybil, why don't you tell me a little bit about your journey into Salesforce?
Sure. So actually started JVS student there and also decided to do something different. So in that actually partnered with Cynthia. We did gave back to community of Oakland, decided to do Oakland Salesforce Saturday together. And from there actually did some work with Stride Center as well as other nonprofit groups such as Our Youth Matter, as well as Homekeeping Grounding Solutions, which actually they give back to community by actually making sure that people that don't really qualify for housing, like HUD and Habitat for Humanity, I've worked with them as well. And I've also worked with other nonprofits. And now I'm with an associate director at a local university that also is using Salesforce, giving back to community.
Wonderful. That's great. And then I know we still have a couple more minutes. So what I'd like to do is hopefully for those of you that in the new or considering the Salesforce ecosystem, I'd like to tell a story about one of my students. And his name is Uriel Makahilas. Hopefully I didn't mangle his last name, but he was one of my students at Climb Higher, and really good student, really attention to detail. He actually would find some of my own mistakes in class, correct me. And he was working as a cashier and customer service representative in retail. And after he finished up the program and passed his Salesforce admin exam, he was looking to transition to the technology industry and the Salesforce ecosystem. So besides the technical training that Climb Higher offers, they also do a lot of professional career development. And we were actually able to look at some of the transferable skills he had as a cashier and as a customer service rep in terms of customer service skills, communication skills, listening skills, and most importantly, problem-solving skills. And he was able to package that together and leverage his technical training into a Salesforce project manager role with Arcus, another Salesforce consulting firm. So I'm really happy for them. Uriel just earned his 4th Salesforce certification, which is twice as many as that I have, so he knows more than I do when it comes to Salesforce now. And he continues to give back to the community. He returned to Climb Higher as a fellow. He's teaching and mentoring the next generation of Salesforce admins and trailblazers. So hopefully you'll find some inspiration there if you're looking to transition into the Salesforce ecosystem, and hopefully you can give back as well if you're a little bit more advanced as a mentor and coach to some rising trailblazers. So we do have a couple of minutes. I don't know. I think we have
An inspiring
Sarah.
story. Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for sharing that. Yes.
Yeah, very inspiring. Uriel inspires me, to keep giving more, and hopefully inspires you as well to transition or to help give back as well. So I think it looks like we have Sarah waiting in the wings there. You want to go ahead and start with an intro for our opening keynote?
Sure. Thank you.